Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered if something was looking back? Out here, beneath the endless stars and the whispering trees, the imagination can run wild. The darkness seems alive, filled with secrets waiting to be discovered. Imagine a creature as large as a man, with leathery wings spanning the width of a car. Its presence is felt before it's seen, a shadow gliding silently between the trees, stirring the mist with every beat of its wings. It has piercing yellow eyes that seem to glow in the darkness, and a coat of purplish-blue fur that blends perfectly with the twilight. Some say its gaze can freeze you in your tracks, while others claim to have heard its unearthly screech echoing through the woods. This isn't a Hollywood monster. It's the legend of Batsquatch, a mysterious being said to haunt the misty forests of Washington state.
Things you only talk about at the back of the cave.
The stories have been passed down for generations, growing with each retelling. For decades, whispers of this winged beast have echoed from the shadow of Mount St. Helens. The mountain's violent eruption in 1980 only fueled the tales, as strange sightings and unexplained phenomena began to surface in the aftermath. Batsquatch is a homegrown American cryptid, part bat, part Sasquatch, strange yet oddly plausible in the wilds of the Pacific Northwest. In a land where ancient forests stretch for miles and fog cloaks the landscape, who's to say what might be hiding just out of sight? The name alone sparks curiosity, but the real intrigue lies in the stories and sightings that keep the legend alive. Campers swap tales around flickering fires, hikers glance nervously at the treetops, and locals share accounts of encounters that defy explanation. Our journey tonight, guided by curiosity and a sense of adventure, is to explore the origins, the eyewitness accounts, and the theories behind Batsquatch. We'll sift through the evidence, separating fact from folklore, and see what truths might be hidden in the shadows. Is it an undiscovered species, a product of mass hysteria, or something else entirely? Could it be a relic from a forgotten age, or simply a trick of the mind fueled by fear and imagination? The answers are elusive, but the search is where the real adventure lies. Every unexplained sound, every fleeting shadow, adds another layer to the mystery. So grab your flashlight and courage. We're venturing into Batsquatch country. The unknown awaits, and only the brave dare to seek it out. Let's peel back the layers of this local legend and see what truths lurk in the shadows of the Cascade Mountains. The adventure begins now. Are you ready to believe? Every legend has a beginning, a moment when the ordinary world is suddenly touched by the extraordinary. For the mysterious Batsquatch, that beginning took shape in the shadow of disaster. During the turbulent 1980s, when Mount St. Helens erupted with a force that stunned the world. The eruption didn't just reshape the land, it transformed the very spirit of the region. Ash-blanketed forests, rivers changed course, and the familiar became strange. In the aftermath, imaginations ran wild, and people began to wonder what else might be lurking in the wild, newly altered landscape. Early whispers drifted through the misty woods, strange, unexplainable sounds at night, enormous shadows gliding overhead, and a sense that something new and unknown was watching from the darkness. Then came the chilling reports. Livestock found mysteriously mutilated, their injuries defying explanation. Fear and curiosity spread through rural communities. These weren't official police reports, but stories whispered over fences and swapped between neighbors and friends. The creature described was massive, covered in thick, shaggy hair, and most unsettling of all, it could fly, its wings casting enormous shadows that sent shivers down the spines of those who glimpsed them. The name Batsquatch hadn't yet been coined, but the idea was already taking root in the minds of locals. Sketches appeared in journals, and rumors grew with every retelling. The Pacific Northwest, with its endless forests, thick fog, and ancient mountains, is the perfect incubator for such a legend, a place where the line between reality and myth is always blurred. In this ancient, powerful wilderness, every snapped twig or fleeting shadow could be something more, a sign that the unknown is closer than we think. These stories, told around campfires and whispered in the dark, created a shared sense of mystery and anticipation, setting the stage for the encounter that would finally give Batsquatch its name and face. The legend simmered in the collective imagination, waiting for a spark to ignite it into something unforgettable. That spark was about to arrive, forever changing the story of the Pacific Northwest. So, what exactly is Batsquatch? Eyewitnesses describe a massive humanoid creature, 7 to 9 feet tall, covered in purplish blue or inky black fur. Its most terrifying feature, enormous, leathery bat-like wings with a wingspan reported up to 50 feet. The head is a mix of primate and bat, with a powerful jaw, fangs, and glowing yellow or red eyes. Some say it emits a high-pitched screech, and a few claim it can affect its surroundings, like stalling vehicles. These details push Batsquatch beyond mere animal, hinting at something supernatural. It's a blend of mythological archetypes, the wild man's strength, the gargoyle's wings, the mothman's mystery. This combination makes Batsquatch compelling, a monster that feels both ancient and new. It's not just one type of creature, but a terrifying blend, perfect for the deep, dark woods of the American frontier. The legend is as much about what we fear as what we hope to discover. And that's what keeps the story alive. To truly understand the legend of Batsquatch, we have to journey back to a day that changed the Pacific Northwest forever, May 18th, 1980. On that morning, Mount St. Helens erupted in a cataclysmic blast, sending shockwaves across the region and capturing the world's attention. The eruption was so powerful, it flattened entire forests, boiled lakes, and left behind a ghostly, ash-covered landscape that looked almost otherworldly. Trees were snapped like matchsticks, and the air was thick with volcanic dust. As survivors and scientists returned to the area, strange stories began to surface. Unidentifiable tracks pressed deep into the ash, guttural cries echoing from the canyons, and fleeting glimpses of something large moving through the haze. Some locals believe the eruption had forced hidden creatures, like the mysterious Batsquatch, from their underground homes in the labyrinth of lava tubes, driving them up to the surface for the first time in centuries. These ancient tunnels, carved by molten rock, could have sheltered unknown animals, keeping them hidden from human eyes until disaster struck and drove them out into the open. This theory gives the legend a real-world anchor, a monster born from fire and earth, tied to a specific time and place, emerging from the chaos of nature's fury. The devastated landscape and anxious, displaced community created fertile ground for myth-making. People needed explanations for the unexplainable, and stories filled the void. In this eerie environment, the idea of a winged beast emerging from the ash didn't seem so far-fetched. The line between reality and legend blurred in the smoky twilight. The legend of Batsquatch became a way for people to make sense of chaos and the unknown, a story to share around campfires as the mountain loomed in the distance. It's a story forged in the crucible of a volcano, shaped by fear, awe, and the power of nature. And as the dust settled, the legend was about to get its most famous chapter, one that would capture imaginations for generations. The stage was set for an encounter that would change everything, turning whispers in the ash into a story that endures to this day. The legend exploded in April 1994, thanks to Brian Canfield's chilling encounter. Driving near Buckley, Washington, Canfield's truck suddenly died, no warning. In the silence, he saw it. A 9-foot-tall, blue-furred creature with bat-like wings and a wolfish face staring at him. The air grew heavy, dread washed over him. Then, the creature unfurled its massive wings, nearly 50 feet across, and soared into the night. As it vanished, Canfield's truck roared back to life. His detailed, sincere account gave Batsquatch a name, a face, and a story that was impossible to ignore. The encounter became the cornerstone of the legend, picked up by newspapers and paranormal investigators. Suddenly, Batsquatch was more than a whisper, it was a phenomenon. Whether you believe Canfield or not, his story put Batsquatch on the map. The monster had stepped out of the shadows. After Canfield's story hit the news, reports of similar creatures poured in from across the Cascades. Hikers, campers, and locals shared tales of massive winged figures and eerie screeches in the night. The media amplified the legend, spreading it far beyond the Pacific Northwest. Sensational headlines and late-night radio shows made Batsquatch a national curiosity. The rise of the internet gave the legend new life. Forums and websites buzzed with sightings and theories. Old stories were reinterpreted through the Batsquatch lens, weaving decades of folklore into a single tapestry. The legend evolved, fueled by community and curiosity. Batsquatch became a global phenomenon, not just a local myth. The story was now bigger than any one sighting. It had taken flight. With every great mystery comes skepticism. Some say Batsquatch sightings are misidentifications, large owls or herons appearing monstrous in the dark. The human brain fills in gaps, turning fleeting shadows into monsters. Others argue it's a modern folktale, fueled by media and the power of suggestion. Once the idea takes root, every strange noise or shadow becomes Batsquatch. And of course, there's the possibility of hoaxes, stories crafted for attention or as pranks. The detail of a truck stalling and restarting feels more like fiction than fact. While we may never know the truth, skepticism is part of the legend's endurance. Batsquatch may exist only in the stories we share, but those stories have a power all their own. Once a cryptid captures the public imagination, it's only a matter of time before it enters pop culture. Batsquatch has appeared in TV shows, video games, and tabletop RPGs, always as a formidable, mysterious foe. Game designers love its unique blend of strength and flight, making it a memorable opponent. The legend even inspired craft beers in the Pacific Northwest, with creative labels celebrating the monster. Batsquatch has become a symbol of regional pride and playful creativity. Each appearance keeps the legend alive, retelling the story for new audiences. Even if no new sightings occur, Batsquatch endures as a modern myth. Its cultural footprint ensures the mystery will never truly fade. Why does Batsquatch fascinate us decades later? Its sheer audacity, a flying 9-foot purple-furred hybrid, captures our imagination. The legend taps into primal fears of aerial predators buried deep in our psyche. Batsquatch reminds us that despite our technology, the sky above remains mysterious. The story also celebrates the wild, the idea that untamed places still hold secrets. The forests of the Pacific Northwest become realms of possibility, where magic and mystery linger. Our fascination reflects our curiosity and love of puzzles. Batsquatch is the ultimate what-if, defying easy explanation. The search is about more than monsters, it's about the thrill of discovery. We keep looking up, hoping to glimpse something extraordinary, and that hope keeps the legend alive. In the end, it doesn't matter if Batsquatch is real or just a fantastic story. The legend reminds us of our enduring relationship with the unknown. Monsters help us define the boundaries of our world, giving a face to the unexplained. These stories reveal our need for wonder, pushing back against the idea that all mysteries are solved. Batsquatch invites us to believe in the impossible, to imagine secrets just beyond our perception. The legend is tied to the Pacific Northwest, born from volcanic fire, thriving in misty forests. It's part of the region's cultural tapestry, shaped by landscape and history. Our environment shapes our imagination, and our stories give meaning to the places we inhabit. So next time you're in the Cascades, look up. You might not see a winged beast, but you'll feel the thrill of mystery. In that moment, you connect with a story that celebrates curiosity and the wild. The search continues, and the legend of Batsquatch lives on.